Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Blockchain pioneer Caitlin Long is to build a crypto bank in Wyoming. The U.S. may soon get its first dedicated bank for digital assets. A Wyoming corporation founded by blockchain legislative champion and Wall Street veteran Caitlin Long is preparing to apply a special purpose depository institution, SPDI, charter with the state's Division of Banking. The future bank is called Avanti, which means forward in Italian, and will be focused solely on providing regulated services for digital assets, Long announced on Monday. The company, formed on January 6, has already raised $1 million in seed funding. Avanti will provide payment custody, securities and commodities activities for institutional customers using digital assets. While the company has yet to submit its application, it already has 8 products in its pipeline that are not currently available in the U.S. market, the only named one being custody for security tokens. Because trust companies cannot custody securities under U.S. law, SPDIs are uniquely positioned to fill the gap. Avanti's balance sheet is planned to hold more assets under administration than deposits, and profits will be generated by providing services to institutional clients similar to large traditional custody banks such as State Street Bank of New York Mellon and Northern Trust. Long described the business as a money warehouse. The firm will custody digital assets without any change in the ownership of those assets, like a valet takes care of your car without being given its legal title, Long said. Under Wyoming state law, SPDI banks must keep all of customers' fiat demand deposits as liquid assets and cannot lend. However, these entities get to operate under the regulatory oversight of the crypto-friendly Wyoming Division of Banking instead of the U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC. Avanti is partnering with Bitcoin and blockchain technology startup Blockstream, which will provide Bitcoin applications as well as the software and hardware needed to custody digital assets. Blockstream brings software for the Bitcoin protocol. Avanti brings a regulated delivery vehicle to deliver it into the USD markets, Long said in an email. With blockchain's Liquid, a sidechain of parallel network sometimes used to move money between exchanges, the company will be able to develop a one-stop shop for digital asset custody, said Blockstream CEO and co-founder Adam Back. With Blockstream, Avanti can build adjacent blockchain application programming interfaces, the APIs, and conventional banking APIs, Back said. The first might look like an API that initiates multi-signature transactions. The second is usually an API that transfers money between traditional banking ledgers. Long, who pushed for the creation of the SPDI charter, said she didn't plan on forming an SPDI bank until last Christmas, when she was visiting Rome. Prior to her trip, a group, which Long would not name, approached her about creating such an entity. Because of the high capital level required to start an SPDI, around 25 million USD, many potential applicants have been slow to seek approval, even though the regulatory door has been open since last October. Currently, the Wyoming Division of Banking has only received 2 applications, which the regulator is working with applicants to refine. In Rome, Long had been talking to Back on the phone when she became convinced to start Avanti. Back is a well-known cryptographer who regularly talked with Satoshi Nakamoto during Bitcoin's BTC early days, and was cited in Nakamoto's Bitcoin white paper for having created Hashcash, a predecessor technology that inspired the first cryptocurrency. The setting was appropriate while they spoke, Long walked between the imperial forums and the Roman forums. There she saw for the first time a rostra, a large platform for delivering speeches, a symbol of decentralized power where citizens gathered to debate and engage in commerce voluntarily during the Republic, she said. With back, she talked about the need for big money, pension funds, endowments, foundations, corporations, and sovereign wealth funds to have a regulated partner to deliver services around Bitcoin. It's a 300 billion USD asset class and they can't ignore it anymore, Long said. Their existing service providers aren't able to help them. That night she landed on the name Avanti. It's a fitting name for a bank that's moving ahead while also anchored in the history of sound money and clear property rights, she said. Having finalized the requirements for applications, the Wyoming Division of Banking is now developing the policies and procedures for SPDI banks and defining how the regulator will perform its yearly examination and supervision processes. To do this, the regulator is speaking of other state banking regulators to ensure the charter can transport to other states. Wyoming is integrating digital assets into the U.S. banking for the first time, said Chris Land, the general counsel at the state's banking division. The first applications that go through the process literally have to be perfect because many of the top financial industry officials in the country will be following the process perfection. Like art takes time. With a lot of trust placed in us by very important people, Land said that the process will not be rushed. Wyoming is a leader in responsible financial innovation, so we have to get this right, he added. The Wyoming legislature has several blockchain initiatives coming up later this year, including bills that would expand the blockchain task force into a select committee, provide First Amendment protections to code, as long as it isn't written in a malicious way, and extend the SPDI charter's field of service to include retail customers. It's going to take a little while for folks to get their arms around what we've done, said Tyler Lindum, a Wyoming state representative and chairman of the Wyoming Blockchain Task Force. Blockchain being able to partner with Caitlin Long is a big win for them. Ms. Long knows the charting process, and she knows financial regulation inside and out. JP Morgan sets a July deadline for Fintechs to sign new data access deals. And as we get into this article, JP Morgan Chase and Company has told the financial technology companies, the Fintech, they will be barred from accessing its customer information by July 30th unless they sign data access agreements with the bank and back a plan to stop using customer passwords to gather the data. The largest U.S. bank by assets set the new deadline in a letter sent to the companies in late January, in which it said they must agree to a concrete plan to transition to a new model or a new method of collecting customer data, according to two people familiar with the matter. Otherwise, JP Morgan will block all automated access to the data, including through so-called screen scraping or the process of collecting data from one application to use it in another, the people said. A JP Morgan spokesman confirmed the contents of the letter and said the company already had agreements covering more than 95% of data access requests. The deadline is the latest move in the bank's effort to transition fintechs and data aggregators to what it is said is a more secure way of accessing customer data. Currensea and Currencycloud forge a partnership. Currensea is the UK's first travel money card linked directly to your bank account. And Currencycloud is the leader in providing embedded B2B cross-border payments for platforms of the future. And they've partnered to bring ease and value to using your own bank card when spending abroad. Currensea is the new way to spend when you travel abroad. It lets customers spend from their own bank account, just with a different card. No more hassle of juggling currencies with prepaid cards or different accounts, whilst automatically saving 85% on bank charges anywhere in the world. Partnering with Currencycloud ensures that currency cardholders will get the best FX rates while still using their regular bank accounts on their travels. By using currencies, current customers or consumers need never worry again about the hassle and cost associated with spending abroad, said Craig Goulding, the co-founder at Currensea. Our partner with Currencycloud helps us to deliver both great FX pricing and reliable and quick service. The combination of Currencycloud's great FX offer and Currencea's novel solution to the problem of bank charges associated with using your bank card abroad is a perfect partnership, said Nick Cheatham, the Chief Revenue Officer at Currencycloud, and we look forward to working with the Currensea team to introduce more customer benefits as they grow. What's exciting about that partnership is that the Ripple investor SBI and Visa were joining the $80 million round for remittance startup Currencycloud. Currencycloud is a London-based startup that builds tools and APIs, the application programming interfaces, for payment companies to enable money transfers, and they raised $80 million USD in a Series E round funding for the Currencycloud, which is now a partner with Currensea. So this is going to boost Ripple and XRP in the long run. I want to finish off this video with doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. It's questioning yourself and never acting than acting and failing that has killed more dreams than ever before. Because failure or failing is basically a stepping stone to reaching your dreams. It's not the final, it's not the finality, and it's not the conclusion to not achieving your goal. It's only the blocks that build the pathway to achieve it. There's many times we're going to fail, and as humans and normal, regular, natural emotion and thought that we have is being afraid of the unknown. But once we start getting out of our comfort zone and moving towards our dreams, we realize the things that we were most afraid of are nothing to fear. And again, even within that, once we start moving forward and getting closer to our dreams, we do realize and see that there never really was a word such as failure. It was only a moment of learning. Wishing you guys all of your dreams come true with this investment here, and then more and more partnerships are coming to fruition and becoming more and more public in regards to Ripple and XRP. So soon enough, you will see all of our dreams come true. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Much love to all of you, and thank you again for all that you do. Till the next one.